Hakadosh Boker Or, Bekiim Bahalacha 3, day 79. Siman 17, page 169, Halacha Vav. Onen patur mimisvat sisit, keshem shepatur mikol mitzvot. An onen is exempt from tzitzit, just like he's exempt. Umikom makom mutar lo lilbosh baboker et talit katan shelo b'lo bracha. Fine, put it on without a bracha, no problem. Okay, 231. An onen attaching tzitzit to a garment. Okay, so until now we spoke about that he's patur. Can he attach to a garment or not? Meaning, can he attach a tzitzit to a garment? It is possible that if an onen attaches a tzitzit to the garment, they're not kosher, because since he's exempt at the time, so it's not going to help. The Torah Lishma, the Ben Ish Chai, deals with the case of someone who pronounced a neder, making it forbidden for him or anyone else to wear tzitzit, to wear his garment. He then attached tzitzit to it when it was forbidden, and he ruled that tzitzit are invalid because ta'asev lo min nesui. It's because during the time he wasn't able to do it. He was, according to the Shalom, however, that tzitzit are kosher. The principle of ta'asev lo min nesui is not an issue since the garment automatically becomes obligated in tzitzit when the time passes. This will be explained below in the footnote in Siman 18, number 9. The case of an onen, however, is more serious since the person is exempt from tzitzit altogether and from all the other mitzvot. So it's likely that tzitzit was not valid, are invalid. But the Ma'aneh Chochmah, Machaneh Chaim commented that if the onen attaches tzitzit to his own talit, it is invalid. But if he attaches somebody else's talit, it's going to be kosher. Other Achlim ruled that the tzitzit are kosher in every case. They explained that an onen is considered obligated in mitzvot, but he's blocked from fulfilling them because of temporary status. For this reason, the halacha is that an onen writes the passage for tefillin. It's still going to be kosher as well. Even while he's an onen, he's considered a person who's obligated in tefillin, just like the meaning. Basically, what he's trying to say is he is obligated in all the mitzvot. He's just got like a blockage that he doesn't do it, but he's really obligated in all those mitzvot. He just got, it's like he doesn't do it because he's got like a temporary pass. But if you're going to ask a person, is he obligated in mitzvot? For sure he's obligated in mitzvot. He just cannot do it. He's got like a technical issue. But so if you still say that he's still obligated, so therefore when he does it, it's still going to be okay. Right? And that's what's happening here. So if he does it, it's going to be okay. 232. Shlomo Zalman Auerbach comes and he discusses whether or not an onen may put on talit katan in the morning. There's no option of putting it on while intending not to fulfill the mitzvah, because the Mishabra already said that if you have such intentions, it's considered you're wearing a four-corner garment without a tzitzit. So he says Rav Auerbach suggested that perhaps according to the Mordechai, an onen is permitted to wear a four-corner garment without tzitzit. His conclusion is that onen may wear the talit katan he always wears, since it's part of his daily wardrobe. So wearing it is not considered like an affront that he's not taking into consideration the departed relative. Okay. Halacha Zayin, next page 170. Avel. An Avel, even though he's patur from tefillin the first day of Avelut, but from the tzitzit, which means tzitzit and talit gadol, he's obligated. So that's what it says over here. Okay, very, very simple. Meaning tefillin, he doesn't put it on. Right? Pe'er tachat evel. Only first day. Only first day. Huh? Because that's what he's saying. He's saying he only puts on talit gadol. You're right. I'm going to tell you something. The minhag of Morocco was he didn't put anything. That's our minhag. But what he's saying here is that he's still chayav in tzitzit, and he also still puts on the talit gadol. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't even bring down where does that come from. Like he doesn't bring down a custom, no, nothing. Minhag Morocco, the first day, no talit, no tefillin. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. First day of Avelut. Yeah. Because before the burial, it's not Avelut, it's Onen. I'm talking about Avel. First day of Avelut. First day only. Second day onwards, for sure he's obligated in everything. Right? Second day onwards. But the first day of Avelut. Okay, and then there is going to be a difference according to Rav Ovadia, if it's the first day of Avelut, meaning he was buried the same day, or he died and he was buried the next day. They want to make a differentiation between that kilu, that if he passed away, let's say today, and they only buried him tomorrow, so therefore tomorrow is kilu, he is still chayav in tzitzit or something. There's such halakha, but whatever. But we're not going to get into it. Fine. Last concept. Preface. We're going to start the preface to Siman Yudchet 18. This is introduction to the Siman Yudchet. The time of the mitzvah of tzitzit or night garments. Page 171. Okay. Regarding the mitzvah of tzitzit, the Torah says ulitem oto. אתה חייב לראות אותם. Chachamim come and they say you shall see it. The sages say that they learn from this that a garment made to be worn only during the nighttime is exempt from tzitzit. But you shouldn't debate the meaning of this pasuk as follows. The Rambam taught that the mitzvah tzitzit applies only during the day, when it's possible to see the tzitzit. In the darkness, you cannot see them. Therefore, if someone wears a four-corner garment during the day, he must have tzitzit. But if he wears it at night, it's not necessary. It does not matter whether the garment is meant to be like a pajama or not. Meaning, I don't care about the garment. I care about the time. If you wear it during the day, you're chayav. Doesn't matter if it's ksut yom or ksut laila. If you wear it during the nighttime, you're patur. right? Why? Doesn't matter if it's ksut yom ksut layla. Why? Because right now you can't see it. And again, we're not talking about now that you could put on a light and everything and then you could see it. Naturally. Okay, fine. The Rosh, Rabbeinu Asher interpreted the Talmud's teaching as follows. If someone wishes to wear a garment meant to be worn during the day, he has to have tzitzit. If he's wearing a garment which is meant to be during the night, it does not need tzitzit. So, right, that means basically it all depends on the ksut, on the clothing, not on the time that you're doing it. But is it a clothing that you wear during the night or a clothing that you wear during the day? Both the Rambam and the Rosh agree that if someone wears a night clothing during the night, he's exempt. Meaning, both of them agree. Why? According to the Rambam, it's nighttime. And according to the Rosh, it's a ksut laila. So according to everybody, pajamas in the night is patur. According to everybody. Okay? Rosh and Rambam. But if someone wears nighttime clothing during the day, the Rambam say that he has to put on tzitzit, and the Rosh says he's exempt. Or if someone wears a daytime garment during the night, the Rambam says he's exempt, and the Rosh says he's chayav. Okay, until here we're clear? Fine. Practice. How do we paskin? Like the Rambam and the Rosh. So he says, Manan and Bet Yosef ruled in practice that we follow the Rambam, since he's a greater authority in Talmudic law, and especially in the case, so since Rashi also agreed with the Rambam. Furthermore, the principle Safek Berachol Akel dictates that we also don't say a beracha, right, if you don't need to. So the Rama agreed that the principle of Safek Berachol Akel must be followed, but he disagreed with the notion that the Rambam is a greater authority than the Rosh. The Rosh was the foremost Talmudic authority, and many leading Rishonim concur with his interpretation. Furthermore, the Rosh lived after Rashi and the Rambam, right, giving his rulings that he's like a batra. That means like he's the one that's afterwards. So in conclusion, one must not say a beracha on the nighttime clothing with the seed attached, even when wearing them during the day, even though the Rambam ruled that he does have to make a beracha. So basically, Safek Berachol Akel. And the Shulchan Aruch Maran cited both opinions without making definite ruling. Nevertheless, it appears that he supports the Rosh's ruling since he cites it last, meaning it's like yesh v'yesh, so yesh batra. On the other hand, since he said both opinions by name, maybe we could say that it doesn't hold with that. Meaning, when do we say yesh v'yesh halacha ki yesh batra? When he says yesh omim v'yesh omim. But if he says the Rambam and the Rosh, maybe you don't say yesh v'yesh, right? And then he said it could be that he actually brought down also the Rambam's ruling first, right? Whereas he quoted the Rosh only in deference to give him his honor. Most likely, Maran did not decide between the two opinions. We must follow both stringencies. The Ben Ishchai assumed likewise that Maran offered no definite ruling. The Kaf HaChaim Sofer also challenged this, since Maran definitely ruled according to the Rambam and the Bet Yosef. No, so that's what he says. He says likewise, Maran did he did offer no definite ruling. That's what the Ben Ishchai says. There's no definite ruling, which means you have to go by stringencies of both. I mean, you have to take both chumrot exactly both. That means basically that if you would wear a daytime clothing in the night, you would put on tzitzit without a bracha, because the Rosh says, right? The Rosh says daytime clothing during that, because the Rambam no. There for sure you wouldn't make a bracha because the Rambam says, right, you don't make a bracha. But even if you would wear nighttime clothing during the day, it would be without a bracha, right? Because of the Rosh, right? So he says, as he explained to me, Kapsiel, Maran apparently changed his mind when he wrote in the Shulchan Aruch, meaning that they were trying to say 1 second, but Maran did pass like the Rambam and Bet Yosef. He says, yeah, but in the Shulchan Aruch, maybe it was Chazarbo. He retracted. At any rate, in practice, we follow both opinions. Therefore, if you're going to wear a daytime garment during the night or a nighttime garment during the day, you have to have tzitzit, but you just don't make a bracha. So you're doing both of them together. We wear tzitzit on a nighttime garment, but just without a bracha. Again, if it's a nighttime garment only during the night, then no, because that's according to everybody, you don't need to. But it has to be either a daytime garment during the night or a nighttime garment during the day. In either or, you're always going stringent. So it's tzitzit without a beracha.